Okay, so what if I told you that a 2,000-year-old idea from an ancient Roman philosopher holds the key to fixing some of our biggest modern problems? It might sound a little crazy, but stick with me, because in this explainer, we're going to unpack a powerful framework for communication that is more relevant today than ever before. So, let me ask you something. When you communicate at your job, with your family, online, what's the real goal? Is it just about winning the argument? Is it just about getting what you want? Or is there something more to it? I mean, we've all seen what happens when communication is used purely for self-interest, right? When profit is the only thing that matters, communication can become a weapon, a tool for manipulation. And that leads to some absolutely devastating consequences that just ripple through all of society. And this problem really went into overdrive when the whole ethical side of communication got shoved aside. The focus shifted to this win at all costs mentality. It was like, as long as you make a profit, who cares how you get there? This created a whole system where ethics were seen as a liability, not a strength. So where do we even start to find a better way? Well, the answer, surprisingly, isn't in some modern business book or a fancy new app. Nope, it's actually buried in the writings of a Roman thinker from 2,000 years ago. All right, let's jump in our time machine and travel back nearly 2,000 years to meet Marcus Fabius Quintilianus. Now, this guy was a leading Roman philosopher and rhetorician. He was, for all intents and purposes, the world's first great communications consultant. And he came up with an approach to communication that wasn't built on tricks, but on character. And get this, Quintilian was incredibly forward-thinking for his time. He argued that since parents are a child's first teachers, both of them needed to be highly educated. By specifically making sure to include women, he was making a pretty radical statement about equality in an era that, well, let's just say it rarely did. Quintilian's entire philosophy, the whole shebang, can really be boiled down to one powerfully simple idea. He called it the good person paradigm. And here it is, his core idea. The essence of communication is a good person speaking well. See, it's not just about your technique, it's about your character. Your skill as a communicator is literally tied to who you are as a person. And yeah, we use the word person here because this idea is universal. He argued that to be a truly great communicator, you can't have one without the other. You absolutely need both pillars standing strong. Think of it as a two-part formula for effective and ethical influence. So, what does it actually mean to be a good person in this context? Well, it's not just about being polite. It's about having a solid ethical core. It means you see yourself as part of a bigger community. You communicate honestly, and your goal is to lift others up, not just push your own agenda forward. Okay, so on to the second pillar, which builds directly on that ethical foundation. Because look, being a good person is the start, but it's not enough on its own. Speaking well is the craft. It's the skill. It's about learning the techniques to get your ideas across clearly and persuasively. And this is the absolute game changer for Quintilian. The goal isn't just to win. It's to help others achieve their goals. This is where skill and ethics come together. And this really gets to the heart of it. The huge difference between ethical influence and just plain selfish manipulation. Influence is about honestly helping people, building trust for the long haul. Manipulation, that's all about short-term profit and bending people's will to serve yourself. One is grounded in responsibility, the other threw responsibility right out the window. So why does this ancient Roman idea matter so much in our world today? With business and tech and global markets, what's the connection? It's kind of wild, but Quintilian knew this 2,000 years ago. He understood that wealth and power can create this dangerous bubble, a total disconnect from the struggles of everyday people. And when decision makers can't understand the misery their actions might cause, they're a lot more likely to cause it. And boom, that brings us right back to the 2008 crash. That laser focus on maximizing profit completely ignored the ethical duty to customers and to society as a whole. The people making the calls couldn't, or maybe just wouldn't, see the misery they were about to unleash. So, at the end of the day, Quintilian's paradigm isn't about being morally superior. It's about being smart. This is a truly sustainable model for success. When you use your communication skills to genuinely help other people, you build trust, you build a strong reputation. That creates long-term success that benefits society and you. And all of this brings us to the final, and I think most important point. This isn't just some abstract theory to talk about. It's a personal challenge for you. If you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. This is the core principle. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's an absolutely vital guide for anyone who communicates, which, let's be real, is all of us. This is the idea to hold on to. So this isn't just a philosophy to admire from afar. It's a direct call to action. In every email you write, every meeting you lead, every single conversation you have, strive to be that person. Ultimately, the quintillion paradigm leaves us with one critical question. Your words have real power. They can build trust, or they can completely destroy it. They can help, or they can harm. So, what will you do with them?